Hey everybody, how's it? Aloha, good morning. This is Geebz here, your old composer here at the Decomposer Lounge, not dissecting or pulling back the layers of a track this morning. Actually, I'm getting my list all together for this week. I have a few fun things coming. I have a few different things coming, so gotta always try something new, you know? Speaking of something new, I'm actually gonna take my very first stab at an opinion piece here, or just kind of thoughts on the band Ghost. Ta-da! About a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, I did a reaction on Ghost. And Ghost gets a bit of a rap, you know, and so I never really kind of ventured into it. At the time, I was getting a lot of requests for reactions from Ghost, but never really drifted over there. At the time, had like 10 million listens on Spotify. Now I just noticed that it has 12 million. So for some reason, it's blowing up through the roof. They are blowing up through the roof. Somewhere in my reaction, I had mentioned, after I was listening to the track, I think I understand where a vacuum was created by the incredibly super talented musicians that have pushed the levels of these genres that I'm learning about on this journey. You know, I consider myself much more of a metal fan now that I'm learning, but 2 years ago, I was like about the whole thing, except for whatever little metal I'd listened to through my career as a composer. But anyhow, I had said, I think I understand where that vacuum was created, and it kind of reminds me, you guys check me if I'm wrong here, it kind of reminds me of the separation between jazz and pop music. There was this really funny meme right here that I had found that actually kind of speaks the truth to a certain sense, even here in this extremely progressive metal and powerfully presented, composed, arranged, incredible musicianship that we're hearing with so many bands that are pushing those levels. Expertise, production, musicianship, where it's getting itself to a place where it becomes more of a refined fan base that appreciates that incredible type of technique work, where it seems like everything has been pushing in that direction, and all the genres and subgenres that I'm just getting used to, the multiple leveled subgenre, metalcore, mallcore, this, that, and all that sort of stuff, was left behind as a vast opportunity was for more of the straightforward rock. I've heard other people say that Ghost is very parochial or homogenous. And, you know, so I just decided, while I was just doodling on what I was going to do this week, that I was just going to listen to their, top page. It's the 10 best songs here. And you know what? I believe, my personal opinion is, that Ghost fills that ginormous, cavernous place of where the listeners who still enjoy metal, who still enjoy, all the essence of what power is, that are not remotely intrigued by the advancement of, let's say, extremely technical composition, musicianship, and everything. If in fact that Ghost has the dubious distinction of being kind of like an incarnate of an 80s kind of vibe of polished rock, well, so be it. I mean, they're absolutely crushing it from what it seems like. There are people who are just want to listen to just some cool music, and they're not moved to, want to hear, that kind of stuff that I love. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that Ghost fills that huge void, and this is why they're as successful as they are. I don't know. This is just my opinion. I'm an old guy. I don't have a dog in the hunt here because I'm still learning more, and I'm sure there's going to be some smoke in the comments about it and stuff, but I think just myself is expressing the why. I just want to lean into a little more of the fact that I just believe the reason why Ghost is huge and extremely successful. They have very catchy, melodic, very straightforward, and yes, some of it does sound kind of, I don't want to say pop rock, because I don't know really what that genre is, and I don't want to catch a face full of like for saying that, but I'm sure there's other reasons why they're successful. Could it be they adapted the whole dressing up thing? I don't know. That's a little too much for me to dive into beyond just what my visceral or my gut feeling was about this. So So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I thought I would just kind of throw that out there as just kind of a moment this morning. And I'm going to turn around and then I'm going to start. I got another reaction coming up. Who do I have coming up next? Let me see. Stand by. I have soil work. Thank you guys so much for hanging out this morning. Sorry I don't have a reaction for you, but I figured, hey, why not just have fun? Let's have a little conversation about why Ghost is just blowing up. Maybe because it's getting close to Halloween? Oh shit, here comes the smoke. You guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow.